Good evening, everyone. And for some of you, good late night. Maybe for a few of you, good morning. Thanks for joining us in our third Kickstarter Live. And the tech miracles keep growing. Last time we streamed, we were the first company I know, first studio I know that actually has streamed the game live during their Kickstarter Live broadcast. This time we're actually going to try and add the Discord chat. So if you have Discord, get that handy, and we will give you at some point an invite to join the chat today. All right, let's see. A few of you are already in chat. Wow. Thank you for just having started. It's great to have that many people. Vidar, wow, you are up late. What time is it where you are, Vidar? That's you've got to be the one who's most burning the midnight oil. You've got a glow stick going. And there we have Chris Carson in chat as well, ready to handle questions. And we've got a few things on the menu for tonight. So the first thing we talked about already. Wait, have you seen my new Fading Suns, the new holistic t-shirt? Check out these fancy new t-shirts we got. Look at what they can do. It's amazing. It's a miracle. Okay, I'll be honest. I just have a shirt. The holistic logo is the same green as our green screen showing all this. So there's a hole in my body. Someone call the, and thank you, Most Uniquest. There is the green screen in action. So yes, green screen magic. It's a magic lantern show called the Inquisition. We won't see them for a while. Yes, I love this shirt. You can get this too at the special Kickstarter level when you give us 10,000 Firebirds. But they have to be real, authentic Alexius stamped Firebirds. There is a hole in my body. 1 a.m. Wow. Appreciate you stopping by. And thank you for being one of our most recent supporters. Great to have you in the campaign. And Vidar, I really wanted to show you some of the campaign editor things because I know you are most interested in that aspect of it. So I was going to show some gameplay and do some campaign editor, but if you're going to hang out for a few minutes, I'll jump straight into the campaign editor. So why don't I go ahead and start showing that off as the hole in my body continues to radiate Sotherist energies. So I was going to show the game. That's what we have up right now on the screen behind us. But let's go ahead and jump into the campaign editor. I'm sorry, the mission editor. It used to be called the campaign editor. At one point, as you can see, it was the, whoops, wrong hand. The level editor. My hand disappears as I try and grab the level editor. So we are working on it, and it's definitely a lot more user-friendly than it used to be. So let's see what we can do with it now. Yes, as you see, our campaign has been successfully funded. We've hit the first stretch goal to provide not just the mission editor, but also the campaign mode, linking multiple missions together for a much deeper play experience. And now we're heading for the Build Bridges level to have a Mac version of the game. After that, yes, it is the expected Inquisition. So let's look at the campaign editor for a little bit. Basically, you can access old ones, old INI files, or you can go ahead and create something new. And we'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to create a whole new mission, which we are then going to add to the demo and have a new demo from a download with a whole new mission in it. So if you've played through the demo already, you had the tutorial, you had the Emperor's Challenge, and then you had our secret, hidden, very deadly tutorial. If you haven't unlocked that one, I'll give you hints later on as to how you can actually unlock it and have a third mission. We'll add another mission, and we are going to create it together. We're going to create it right now together using these tools, which are definitely getting better than they were. All right. So what world shall we go ahead and explore? I want to go ahead and do the classic Lost World exploration. This is a major theme within the Fading Suns universe within the Armada game. You come through a jump gate into a system that humanity has not seen for 1,000 years. What's there? What's the shape of the worlds and so forth? And can you survive the system and its challenges? At the same time, you make your mark and plant the flag if you're a house in their planets and sometimes in their skulls. So I brought Lost Worlds. Whee! This was a fun buck to work on a long time ago, especially to play test all of these crazy different planets. Yes, Star Crusade 2 Lost Worlds. Thank you for the zoom in. So what world should we go ahead and take? I actually keep the zoom in so I can show the table of contents because that's really small type because we had a lot of worlds and wanted to fit it all on one page. Whee! Yay, focus. We have, let's see, Antioch, Aspiration, Egg, Epiphany, Eridol, Giza, Heaven's Ridge, Ivor, Khotan, Kunlun, Lemorik, Novgorod, Pandora, Sargossa, Skytear. Ooh, Skytear was fun. Twilight. Well, Skytear would be up against Kurgan's. Sargossa would be General Crazy. But I think Pandora was one of my favorites in this book. Oh, yes. Skytear is fun. Egg was cool. Oh, Chris Carson's voting for Egg as well. Let's take a quick look. It's been a while since I've looked at Egg's vast primeval jungle growth is interspersed with broad plains. Lava oozes from fissures. One of the last settled planets. Yeah, it is kind of Kurgan. So I'm going to hold off on doing any of the Kurgan worlds until we've hit that stretch level. If we hit the barbarian stretch level, have Kurgan ships and can do that right. So let's go ahead and, yeah, Skytear was fun. It's a crazy planet. All the players go crazy. And their characters, too. It's a game best played with beer. Let's go ahead and do Pandora. Pandora was a lot of fun. That's a place that really has collapsed. And the whole idea when we were coming with the Pandora Lost World is that when you go through that jump gate, you really don't know what's going to come out of it. All this old lost tech is there to be taken, but there's all sorts of nastiness inherent there. It's a perfect example of a society that really did reach some pinnacles of success and then crashed when the fall happened as humanity tore itself to bits. As people stopped trusting each other, as folks traded all their liberties for some security. So why not Pandora? If you have this book, you can go ahead and follow along. If not, here's the book. So let's see, what do we have in Pandora? What we're going to need is we're going to have to build a solar system that you fly through. So in Pandora, we have a number of planets. The one closest to the sun is Torch, a molten ball of magma. Torch barely qualifies as a planet at all. I don't think we're going to worry about doing that one. Sludge, this massive world, is noted for its unending rain and toxic atmosphere. Oh yeah, I've been to that city a few times. Metha, a cloud world circled with clouds of methane gas and shrouded in mystery. Gotta have stuff happening there. Mygon is racked with electrical storms and covered with drifting ice flows. Several renegade pirates have tried to harvest its fungus as a weapon, but never without meeting disaster afterwards. That's a definite. And Elysia. Centuries ago, the planet's economic elite fled Pandora for the safety of colonies hidden in deep space. Okay, that's pretty much an obvious one to visit. So what we're going to have here sounds like you'll come through the jump gate. Of course, you'll be attacked as soon as you come through the jump gate. And then you'll travel to Elysia. Then you've got your choice of heading to Mygon or Metha. And then you will head to Pandora itself for the final crazy battles. And yeah, we can make this kind of a diamond-shaped one instead of a completely linear adventure. So let's go with the first adventure. So what you see here, you've got the basic option, save campaign, load campaign, add waypoint, cycle the graphics. Look at the different looks and feels our artist created. Good job, Ilker. You've got up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets that you can put in. And obviously, you can lay these out in a variety of ways so that you can have all sorts of routes going between them and all sorts of fights between them. You can even move the jump gate around. Whee, whee. Put the jump gate in the sun! No! All right, let's put it out here at the end. This is kind of the classic. So I'm left-clicking to hold and move that. I tell you what, let's go ahead and get the Discord going. All of you have Discord out there? What we're going to go ahead and do is open up the Discord and let you comment on the on what we're doing as we build and ask questions in voice. And this is going to be, again, one of the first things I think anyone in Kickstarter live history has done, which is to stream Discord on through the Kickstarter Live rather than just have an amplifier or a speaker right outside. So our folks are going ahead and put the link in the chat to the Discord Noble Armada server. You'll have access to the Noble Armada channel within Discord. There's a voice channel within there. There you go. So you see the link there. Yes, look for live stream voice chat and jump on in. Yeah, please wear headphones. No echo, 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 please. All right. I should have had you all in Discord when we were talking about what sort of, which planet we would go to. I could have heard all of you yelling egg at me in the frenzied tones. All right. So you can edit the various planets. You can choose up to 4 ships to come in with you. Oh, we need to choose a house too, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's put some empty bays here. And if you're going to Pandora, you're generally coming out of Hazat space, but I think I want you to play anyone. So let's come in with a lowly little explorer. And certainly you can play Hazat. No experience, the weakest guns, etc. But let's go ahead and unlock every house. So you click on here to decide which houses are playable. And one of the fun things, if we start funding the Inquisition and Barbarians, is we can start making them playable too. So you finally get to fly your Inquisition ship down the throats of the vile Hawkwood. All right, so we've gone ahead and made all houses playable. I like how how Chris added this feature, so you can see each of the house ships that you're going to be able to play. So we've got the Explorers, and you get to see each one of the house ships as you move forward. All right, so you're going to jump in, and you're going to have to go to the first planet. So let's read about Elysia. Centuries ago, the planet's economic elite fled Pandora for the safety of colonies hidden in deep space. Most of these orbited Elysia, a huge gas giant surrounded by a dozen moons and more than 20 space stations. Over the last few centuries, the tech supporting these orbiting colonies has steadily deteriorated, and hundreds of thousands of humans have died. While there's plenty of wealth here to be scavenged, there are also a few desperate families of survivors fanatical about protecting it. So we need a gas giant. Is Planet A gas giant? So now you see Planet A. It is not a gas giant, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Planet B, oh, that's a gas giant. So you come through the jump gate right into a big old gas giant. So let's go ahead and create your first route. This is a right click. You right click between the endpoints of the route on which you're going to fly. In the Fading Suns universe, legitimately, most people just fly the fastest route. They can take weird, convoluted routes, but most just go straight to where they're going. And even if they didn't, this kind of does represent the idea that that you would have time to intercept each other as you move between the planets. So what you see is a place here for your waypoint, and of course, you're going to want to edit information about the planet itself. So let's start by editing the planet. There's this nice little edit button. B is highlighted. We can go ahead and edit the planet. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and do the battle first. That's the fun stuff. We all know it. That's what we actually want. So let's go ahead and create a waypoint. Add waypoint. There's our waypoint where the fights can happen. We lock that on in. And now we click on it to, see up here, what does it say? Double click to set waypoint. Let's double click it. Now we can, no battle? Are you crazy? Of course there's going to be a battle. Defeat all enemies. Absolutely. So who are we going to be fighting here? We can fight the Hawkwood, the Kados, Lihalan, Al-Malik, or Hazat. And to be honest, often we'll use the same ships to represent different factions. So you might be fighting Hazat ships, but in fact, they're pirates, for instance. But in this case, let's pretend that the Hazat have gotten here before you. So we're going to do a defeat all enemies. We're going to have 2 Hazat explorers waiting for you, and they're going to jump you when you come through the jump gate. Jump you through the jump gate? Who would have thought of such a thing? All right, so what do we have going on here? You make it safely to the, let's see, legendary. Let's call it legendary. Actually, infamous system of Pandora, only to find that other known, let's have a lowercase n there, known worlders have gotten there first. 2 Hazat explorers attack as you make it through the gate. They do not look like representatives of Prince Juan, however. Or maybe from like the fleet of. They do not look like the fleet of Prince Juan Suite? Yeah, Representative Prince Juan, however. For they bear the markings of House Castenda. Yeah, House Castenda are the ones who the Ducados are in bed with, and that's a nasty little bed, may I say. All right, so little fun waypoint. We've already got the fight here in place. Now, some of the things we're looking to add to this, obviously, it'd be good to add experience levels to these ships. Make boarding more difficult in some fights by increasing the expertise of their Marines. Make the actual space battle tougher by increasing the ability of their crew. Change out guns, et cetera, et cetera. Right now, you basically get the defaults, and that's fine. But something that'd be fun to add for this editor would be to bulk up what kind of changes you can make. All right, but now you've got a nice little waypoint. You've got one explorer, and you've got to fight two huzzah. So that will be a fun fight, especially for those of you watching this stream who've been bragging about having already beaten the Emperor's Challenge as Al Malik, which we designed to kind of be the toughest version of it. We'll have to show you the tutorial version and let you see if you can survive the tougher tutorial. All right, so the waypoint's edited. Let's go on and head to the planet. So editing planet B. Good old planet B, whose name is actually Elysia. Ah, those wonderful Elysian fields. Elysia. What should it be at Elysia? So we know we've got these hovering space stations. So now you can set the trading places. So mining operation is kind of the default. You could have a military installation, a listening post, a colony, a dockyard, a weapons cache, a smuggling den, a repair facility, or back to mining operation. So since you're at the farthest outpost, let's go ahead and just give you the listening post. But you're going to want more ships. I brought you in here with just one small ship, so you really need the chance to buy ships. So let's also give you the shipyard, if it shows up. Shipyard, shipyard, dockyard. Why did I call it shipyard? It's a dockyard. It's where you go in the yard and play with your ducks. As I keep clicking right past it. 1, 2. Right after colony is dockyard. Yay! And story element. Let's see. While I might just cut and paste this, but let's just say, while there is plenty of wealth here to be scavenged, there are also a few desperate families. There are also a few desperate families of survivors. Fanatical about protecting it. All right, got a lovely world. Use their technology to detect. All right, Vidar, thank you for joining us. Yeah, looking forward to what craziness you create. And of course, it doesn't have to be in the Fading Suns universe. If we have time, I'll do a second one that's completely made up, all new, everything's in it. Part of the idea for us is that anyone who makes these missions can just create whatever stories they want. I'm looking forward to creating some that'll just be fun live streams of craziness happening, Bugs Bunny versus Wile E. Coyote sort of things. Who knows? I won't claim to own that copyright if I do that one, though. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Crash well, sleep well, and look forward to what you make with this. Use our technology to detect your enemies and bolster your armada. Thank you very much. All right, do we have anyone in Discord chat yet?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I have a question, though.
We have a question.
Will your Kickstarter stretch goals have any impact on the level editor?
This is the base, what we're trying to create, but yes, it will. Because when we go ahead and go for the big campaigns, the ones that link it, we have to have that, we have to have a tool to actually link all these different missions together. So that will have to be modified. And as we build up the stretch Arm Daddy. As we stretch to the other houses, we have to add those to this editor and so forth. So yeah, this will bulk up as the stretch goals get hit. All right, so now we've created our first planet. We've created our first fight. Let's build up some more fights. Fight, fight, fight. All right, the next planet we're talking about going to, Megon. Megon is racked with electrical storms and covered with drifting ice flows. Major icebergs and ice shelves harbor only one form of indigenous life, a crude fungal matter that seems to thrive on electricity. A crude fungal matter. Does that mean it sits around cussing all day? All right. Landing on Megon is possible, but visiting ships are then infected with Megon fungus, a creeping rot that invades and cripples the ship's electrical systems. Several renegade pirates have tried to harvest this substance as a weapon, but never without meeting disaster afterwards. Well, we know what we're going to find here then. So we need an ice planet. Let's see. Is C an ice planet? No, that doesn't look particularly icy. Is D an ice planet? That looks icy. Let's go ahead and get D. All right. Again, we need to connect the two planets by a route. So there we go. Got a left click to attach it. Let's go ahead and add the waypoint. So we've got a waypoint here. And what kind of fight are we going to have along the way? Well, now we're actually going to have the survivors from Elysia ambush us as we're leaving. So let's go ahead and create that fight. Double click to edit waypoint. So again, we're looking to defeat all enemies. We'll have built up our fleet, so we'll need a bigger force. Let's give them some Ducato ships. Yeah, they're not actually Ducatos, but they've got some old Ducato ships lying around. So let's add that. Let's give them a couple Ducatos frigates and a couple Ducatos explorers. That's a nice 4-ship formation. It'll be a little more difficult than before. And let's give it another avatar. All right. As you leave Elysia, one of the families chases after you. They want your tech and will fight to the death to get it. All right. They have rebuilt. Whoa, hey, I hit the mouse cursor. Sorry about that. They have retrofitted ancient Ducatos vessels and want your hide. All right. So now I've got another fun fight to deal with. And if you survive, you make it to Elysia. So we get to edit Elysia. So what is going to be, I'm sorry, not Elysia. This is Megon. And go ahead and check out that Discord link if you have Discord. Would love to get you in chat and test out whether we can actually do Discord and Kickstarter Live. Megon, racked with electrical storms. So what do you have here? You get weapons. Because that's things you figured out what the pirates have and how to turn their stuff into guns. What else might be here? Maybe there are smugglers here. We talked about pirates, so I think that's a good mix. Smuggling den and weapons. That would be good things here. All right. So again, let's find some good text for this. Landing on Megon is possible. Landing on Megon is possible. But visiting ships are then infected with Megon's fungus. Man, watch out for the locker rooms there too. Comma, a creeping rot, which is a good band name, by the way, that invades and cripples ships. That invades and cripples a ship's electrical systems. Electricity. Several renegade pirates have tried to harvest this substance renegade pirates as opposed to the non-renegade pirates? Oh well. What can I say? I was drunk when I edited. I was on Mygon fungus when I edited it.
They could be privateers.
There we go. Privateers. Several renegade pirates have tried to harvest the substance for weapons. Weapons. There we go. All right, so now we've got our second planet. So I said we're going to try and form a diamond shape. So let's talk about Metha, a cold world circled with clouds of methane gas. Metha remains shrouded in mystery. Second Republic scientists once knew of vast gaseous balloon creatures. Man, I feel that way after too much pizza. That wafted on cloudy currents, of Metha's atmosphere like diaphanous airborne leviathans. Whether this life form still exists on the world or ever did has not been confirmed. Okay, that's going to be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and build this methane planet. Let's see, does E look good? No, that's going to be Pandora. That's a nice life world. So let's keep that out for when we do Pandora. What about F? No, let's get rid of F. I guess it'll be A. Yeah, I think this looks like a good Metha. Metha. All right, and once again, we have to create the route between these. And we'll do another waypoint. Add waypoint. And let's do a different kind of fight this time. Let's do something a little different. Let's do a run blockade. Let's have a whole bunch of the families combine to trap you if you try and go south. But you don't have to defeat them. You just have to get away. Hey, Chris, you want to go ahead and tell us what you have to do to beat the run blockade fight? And while he is getting into Discord chat, let's go ahead and give a whole bunch of Hawkwood ships for this. Give a couple explorers. Let's give a couple frigates. Let's give a whole bunch of frigates. And let's also throw in a couple of galleons. Yeah, this is a fight you don't want to be engaging in. I mean, you could win it. It's not outside of the realms of possibility, but it would be a nasty one. So is Chris in Discord chat?
Yeah, he should be.
Hey, Chris, can you say something in Discord chat?
He's got himself muted right now, looks like.
Have yourself muted in Discord chat. I appreciate that.
Nope.
We're trying to work you in chat. Several of the surviving families from Elysia. You don't have oh, that's right. I forgot about the lack of headphones. I'm going to mail you headphones. Okay, he's going to type about it instead of talking. Several of the surviving families from Elysia have banded together to capture your ships. Avoid them. Let's just say race to Metha before they can board and eat you. Let's say they're cannibals now. Run blockade missions are designed with target location you need to make it to. It will appear opposite your fleet in the battle space. If you make it to Metha, you can lose them. You can lose them in its gaseous atmosphere. All right. So now we know what's going on there. And we have a big fight. Let's add yet another ship just because we're in. Let's have 8 enemy ships on this one. Just got to run that blockade. I will admit, the run blockade encounter is not as fully tested as I would like. This will be another opportunity for me to continue testing it and make sure it's as good as we want it to be. All right, so now we have the waypoint set. So let's go ahead and talk about the planet. I believe that was planet E. Yes, it was planet E. So Metha. So here's the fun thing about it. I talked about how there are Second Republic scientists exploring it. Well, we're going to pretend that some of the Second Republic scientists are still there. And they have, for your benefit, a little colony. You can recruit some more crew. And more importantly, they have a repair facility because you're going to need to fix your ships after running that blockade. Jeffrey Purser asks, so there are nonlinear missions where you decide how to get to the end, judging by the 2 green lines going to different planets. The way it's set up now is you do have to take care of every encounter, every waypoint to claim final victory. This is something Chris and I have been throwing around, having one battle marked as the culminating one so that you don't have to go back. The trouble is, I, as a gamer, am the completist. If I do that climactic classic battle and win it, I still want to go back and wrap everything up. So it's kind of like this flip a coin. Do we go ahead and put that in so you have the option to end it or keep going? Chris and I have been back and forth on that, so definitely would love your feedback on how you would prefer to do it. Would you like to be able to go through different routes to victory, or have to actually battle it through, or get to victory and then have a chance to go wrap up?
Andrew,
yes,
you're not watching the Discord chat, right?
I'm not watching the Discord chat.
So
let me pull it back up.
Kisergi mentioned something in the general chat. It says, run blockade missions are designed with a target location you need to make it to. It will appear opposite your fleet in the battle space. Players have to get all of their fleet onto the target location to continue. The enemy fleet stands in your way. Good luck. And I also want to mention that we have a feedback channel in Discord for people who want to drop you guys advice, questions, and tips.
Thank you very much, everyone. Feel free to jump into the Discord chat. All right, so story element on Metha. Second Republic scientists. Public scientists once knew a vast gaseous vast gaseous balloon. Gaseous was not in. There we go. Balloon. Vast gaseous balloon creatures that wafted. Wafted on the cloudy currents of Metha's atmosphere, like we could now say that campaigns will be missions and add more variety. Not sure what you're saying, Chris, but I like where you're going. Metha's atmosphere, like diaphanous. What pretty phrasing, like airborne Leviathan. Diaphanous. Why doesn't my campaign editor have a spell check here? Airborne Leviathans. You find the descendants of those scientists desperate to reconnect with humanity. All right, so now we've got that planet done. Now we have one more planet. Yeah, if you guys can think of other types of fights, that'd be lovely. Other types of encounters, I should say. Other things players can do as they race between worlds. All right.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes, Matt.
I just noticed that there's another tab on the Kickstarter live chat for Q&A.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you've seen Vidar asked a question, and I think he's already gone. But do you see that other? Well, you can't see that. So how will the campaign work? A series of linked space battles, intricate narratives, or something in between? I'm not sure when that was asked. So.
I think more the intricate space battles. Thanks for asking that, Vidar, even though you're no longer with us. Yes, the idea is this is a mission that we're designing now. A campaign would link several of these missions. And my idea would be that players would go back and forth between the various jump gates. Like one would act as perhaps their home base, and they would have to go back and generate Firebirds by raiding the other star system, buy more ships, buy more weapons, get more crew, go back, attack the tougher fights. I mean, you see right now we have 8 enemy ships as the maximum. If you start with one explorer and you're battling 8 ships, you've got to take a while to build up a fleet that can actually do that fight. So that's sort of what we're looking at, making you really build up a fight for those big climactic battles. And maybe we'll start adding more than 8 enemy ships as we get into that. Jeffrey asks, or states, giving us some good ideas. Nonlinear would also be good or interesting storylines in campaign, where the decisions matter later on who you'll meet or need to fight or get to avoid. Exactly. Yeah, it could be, there could definitely be some impact from those earlier fights. All right, now we've got 2 more waypoints to build up. And these are going to be big fights as you get finally to Pandora. So let's go ahead and set up another waypoint. And Chris, I'm taking it for granted that you're jotting down these ideas. All right. So this is the one where you're flying from Egon with all your new weapons and such. So let's have a... I should have done a capture ship at some point. We'll do that some other time. Let's do another defeat all enemies. Again, another big enemy force. You fought a Takata ships, Hawkwood ships. Let's go ahead and get some Lihalan ships. Let's do 4 frigates. That's a pretty good force. So now you're getting to Pandora. And Pandora itself is a pretty mucked up place. Let's read you a little bit about Pandora quickly. Let's see. Both for the sake of their survival and the need to preserve their culture, most of the population of Pandora still distrusts the citizens of the known world. That's you. The few who are ready to do business have remarkable goods to sell. So you're going to be fighting some high-tech folk. The Zod have only just gotten access to this world, and apparently you have too. So, and they're afraid that the Inquisition would blockade this planet. So that's the idea. The folks of Pandora don't want known worlders to escape with news of their planet. So that's who you're fighting in this case. Pandora's inhabitants fear the coming of known worlders. They want to ensure you never return home. Actually, let's say some of Pandora's inhabitants, not all of them. Some of Pandora's inhabitants. I want to ensure you never... Yep. Hitting the long mouse. They will sacrifice their lives if need be. All right, so there's a nice little plus to battle with. Now we have one more waypoint to edit. Let's get a little more personal with this one. Pandora's got some really neat personalities. So let's make one of them the individual du jour. So let's see. Oh, sorry. There were really neat characters I had when I ran the playtest of it. Not that I included in the actual book. Let's see. Let's create a neat name for somebody. Anyone got a name they want to put into here? I should probably name someone after Vidar, just since he was here first. Let's go ahead and have the Vidar. Let's see. Captain Vidar hails you. The Pandorans love technology and want to give yours a try. If you can capture their flagship, they will support your efforts to reopen the system. So in this case, we are going to go ahead and do a capture ship scenario. In this one, you will have to board a designated ship and take it while the other ships are all fighting you. Chris, how do I designate which ship is the one you have to board? Is it just automatic? Let's go ahead and give it... Did I do Lihalan last time? Let's do Almalik ships this time. Let's do some big Almalik ships. Randomly pick. All right, let's do a whole bunch of galleots then. Let's put you up against a whole bunch of galleots. That will not be an easy fight. Let's say 6 galleots. All right, so that is your fight. And now you can go ahead and edit the planet. I believe that's planet E, am I correct? Nope, already got stuff at planet E. It must have been planet D. Nope, already got stuff planet D. Was it planet A? Yes, it must have been planet A. Wait. I guess it's planet A over here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and edit planet A. So this is Pandora itself. And if you get to Pandora, what do we have here? Clearly a military installation and clearly a... Well, we haven't used mining operations, so let's throw one of those in. And of course, the planet Pandora. Let's put some fun story text in here for people. Hidden from dust storms, thieves, and inquisitors. There we go. Oh, yeah, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Since the time of the diaspora, since the time of the diaspora, cut and paste would be nice. The planet has remained isolated. The planet has remained isolated from most of the systems around it. Comma, too many commas in the sentence. Creating a backwater that harbors black market medical clinics. And what else does it harbor? Black market medical clinics. Fanatic think machine enthusiasts. I'll claim to be one of those. Fanatic think machine enthusiasts. And a culture that considers technology an integral way of life. As in they integrate it into their bodies. This is cybernetic crazy place. Create it into their bodies. All right. So now we have this world. Let's go ahead and save campaign. We'll call it Pandora. The system's name is Pandora. We do need campaign information. I should have just put that stuff in from the what I typed here. What's a good thing to say here for the campaign info? Pandora has just been reopened. Can you access its technological treasures before the Hazat close it off, or the Inquisition burns it all? All right. So now we have saved this. We've saved the campaign. If you look, we'll see that we have Pandora.ini that we can load. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this because now what I'm going to show you is how easy it is to integrate one of these missions actually into the game, not into the demo. We hard code the missions for the demo so that people can't just play the demo forever for free once the campaign editor comes out. But the game itself, you'll be able to freely input your own INI files. So, and exit out. Let's find where I have saved that INI file. Great, I'm not sure where I have saved it. Let's find out. I should have checked that out ahead of time. Lovely, that's not where the campaign editor is. Where did I put the campaign editor? I should have thought of this ahead of time. Where's that campaign editor actually saving things? Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. I did not think about that. Final version of editor will place campaigns and missions correctly for you. This one doesn't, however, so I have to remember where I put the campaign editor. That was brilliant of me. Okay, I got a lot of software on this machine. All right, let's see here very quickly. All right, campaign editor, level editor. Let's see a shortcut. Oh, campaigns. Hey, right on my desktop. I knew what I was doing all along. I'm smart like that. All right, Pandora.ini, copy Pandora.ini. Go back to my documents, which is where I've got GDA games. Go to build 136. I'm playing 137A, however. See, I've got level data. I can just copy into level data. Here you see a bunch of the campaigns we've already designed for the game. Lone Wolf, Raiders of Malik, Taking Back Hell, all these happy-go-lucky things. All right, so let's paste it on here. Pandora.ini. And now, let's go back to the game. Load it up, and we're going to play Pandora. We're going to play it together for the first time. No one has seen this because we just created it. So, never play test on a live stream. Okay, that's exactly. So what house should we be? Someone choose a house for us. What should we be when we play Pandora? Should we be the noble Hawkwood, the scheming Dakados, the pious Lee Halan, the poetic Al-Malik, or the battle-hardened Hazat? I think Chris Carson's going to vote for the Hazat. Anyone else have a choice? Oh yeah, Chris Carson voted for Hazat. Anyone else got a vote? All right, we're going for Hazat. In we go. Let's find Pandora. Yeah, we gotta fix this. Scroll bar. Hey, not want to scroll at all. There we go. All right, Pandora, whole new one we just created. You saw how easy we did. Pandora's just been reopened. Can you access its technological treasures before the thought close it off, or the Inquisition burns it all? Oh my, we're almost at 9 o'clock already. I didn't realize we spent an hour creating a, we didn't create it, take a full hour to do it, but it was fun doing it. Usually I can do these campaigns, half hour to hour tends to be the norm. All right, there's my little explorer coming on through. Yeah, and you can see the entire system, all these ships laid out, see where they all are. Let's go ahead and blast on to the first encounter. Let's at least do that first fight and see it in action. You make it safely to the infamous system of Pandora, only to find that other known worlders have gotten there first. 2 Hazat explorers attack as you make it through the gate. They do not look like representatives of Prince Juan, however, for they bear the markings of House Castenda. Right, this will matter more when I have more ships. Let's just zip on through. And this will be confusing because they'll have their ships and I'll have mine, but still. All right, I'm just going to head straight for them. Let's get this fight underway. Yep, there they are. Actually shoot them yet? Nope, they're not within range. Let's go ahead. Or at least not my front gun. Maybe I should have put my side guns. Except my side guns can take them now. Nope, don't have the range. I got short range slug guns there. That's probably what I have in the front too. Yep, let's keep going. Look, first hit. Oh man, those shields are gone, daddy gone. Let's do some blasting. One secret, if you aim later on, shots will hit both ships. Go ahead and blast another ship. Oh wow, side guns are gone. That's not looking good. I might have overestimated my own ability to win this fight. Let's board. Let's send out some boarders. Up! That was not a good beginning to it. Lovely. All right, where are the folks who are telling me how easy this game was? Let's do that again. One more try into at least the first Pandora fight. I swear I can win this one.
So you're saying game design is not as easy as just making it and go?
Neither is game playing sometimes. No win for me. You're absolutely right, Kiskuri. But back into the fray. Let's see what happens here. One more time. Let's see what happens off Elysia this time. Make it safely to... Yeah, we already read this. All right, let's jump right on in. Oh, wow. Lots of space debris now. That's something also we need to set in there, Chris, is the ability to put move to full speed at 2 incoming rockets. Good point. Good point, Jeff. This time we're going to use the debris as cover. So let's go ahead and move forward. Try and get between them. Okay. He's drifting away from his other partner. Look, the other one's way over there. This is perfect. This fight, I can't lose. Am I hearing anyone saying famous last words? Oops, that didn't get me going the direction I wanted to. Let's go up here. Hello. There we go. Missed me. Should I not be taunting the Hazat? We can just stand there. Alright. Let's get another broadside and we'll board him. Alright, good time to board. Much better. Whoa, hey! Ouch. Oh man! We've got more Marines than I do. Doesn't go very well. shields together. And leaving a bunch of Marines. Yep, Marines defeated. This is on. Might be a little difficult. All right, but let's go ahead and open fire again. Let's use my rear guns, just for fun. Do I have any front guns left? Yes. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to sharing this scenario with everybody. Everyone gets this mission. Everybody gets to die. Hey, Lauren. So if you thought the last fight was too easy, I think I've made a good mission for you. This one's, I've lost it twice in a row now that I made it. You can go ahead and try it tomorrow. We're going to try and put up the new version of this tomorrow, so we'll have a new mission for everyone to try out. Oh, this one's being a bit more difficult, Lauren, so I think you'll have a good time with it. It'll be pretty amusing. We are at 9 p.m. I definitely appreciate everyone joining us, seeing more gameplay, seeing the campaigns in action. You can see some of the campaigns we have for the game that you're going to get for having supported the Kickstarter. A bunch more campaigns we had, and a lot of house-specific ones as well. Al-Kabbalah, Dark Worlds, Domine Padre, the planet Domine, responsible for some of the mineral wealth of the Sutek system and its 2 moons, are under siege by the enemies of Azat. Take your fleet, destroy your enemies, secure the planet and its 2 moons, and reopen the trade routes. So I'll show you this one. You're not going to get this one in the demo, but...
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hello, Discord is working. Hello.
Yay!
Lovely. So with this one, I'd be coming with some much bigger ships.
So, I do have a question.
Yes, Pauline. Answer away. Ask away.
Will there be demo campaign released with the level editor? Train people?
Right. When we actually release the game, you'll be able to create missions with the mission editor and put them into the game yourself or trade them with your friends, or we've made the Facebook group specifically for that purpose where you can post them and share them. For the demo, we'll have to do it, we being the development team, because we don't want the demo to be infinitely playable. We want to have only a short shelf life before people need to buy the main game. If people could download the demo and then just keep installing, creating missions for it, they could keep playing it forever and never have to buy the game. So,
Right.
So they're not going to be able to make their own for the demo, but they will for the main game. Wow,
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pauline. And if anyone else has any last-minute questions, jump in Discord. Oh, boy, this is a big fight. Got all my big Hazat vessels. And a ton of Hawkwoods all over the place. Hey, nobody's in range. All right, anyway. Letting you see a fair amount of gameplay. Oh, he's got to get them all in range. Sailing close before they pound me. But thankfully the enemy's fleet is all split. And let's go ahead and board! And go to it. Alright. Hey, Lauren, how do you see how close you need to be in range to attack? What do you think, Chris? Should we implement some sort of color system or some way to denote that there are enemy ships within your range? Maybe extend the cone itself. Yeah, I mean, that's always been part of the miniatures game. So this is classic miniature stuff where you have range, are your ships within range, and you go ahead and say, I'm going to attack, and then you realize that they weren't within range. Basically, in many of the early miniatures games, for instance, were using the Napoleonic era, where you would have your cannon set up, you'd open fire at an enemy, and only then to realize that they were not within range. You had to guess how far away they were. That's why range finding is such a critical part of artillery. So miniatures games have always sort of emulated that. So it is a part of the miniatures history to let you try and figure it out yourself. But you're right, it doesn't. Is it fun is the question. And that's going to be a good one to track. All right, so we captured this ship. You found it confusing? Yeah, one of the things that we need to do is give players more information about the weapons. You have this weapon, it has a certain amount of range. It has long range, this one has medium range. Right now you're firing guns and you're not sure what they're doing. So we need to give that ship info screen, give you more info. So I had promised everybody something in addition. I'm going to boot up the demo as our last order of business. Let's see here. And I'm going to show you something special. Multiple versions of Noble Armada going. Is that going to cause a problem, most uniquest? Excellent. So now we have the demo running. There we go. We're going to jump into the tutorial. Let's be staccatos for the tutorial. Hi, tutorial. Blandia. I hope a lot of you played this already. Oh, thank you for your thoughts on the music. Yeah, good stuff from the composers. Welcome, Lothorian. All right, here comes my Ducados frigate. Ready to take out the evil Ducados. So many of you already tried out the tutorial, so I'm just going to zip through it very quickly. Not going to read this. All right. So here's my vessel. As you remember in the tutorial, the enemy can't hurt you. I'm going to fly straight at it. Get in range and target the enemy. Alright, so we're flying towards the enemy, opening fire. Yay, he can't hurt me. But I wanted to show you ship information. So this is where you can change out weapons. You do learn how experienced your crew is. Different stars show the different experience levels, Marines on deck, etc. So what we need to do is give you information about the weapons here. And information about crew, what all this means, and so forth. So this is really where we should have more information for you. So, let's go back into the game where the enemy cannot hurt me. Sail forward. Wait a minute, what's going on? They're pounding me. Have no idea why that would be. So as I mentioned before, yes, there is a hidden campaign. You might now know how to access it. This is a much more deadly fight because that guy does do a whole bunch of damage. Took him out with a close point back blast. But anyway. Defeat the enemy, liberated 35 Firebirds, and got us 88 to repair. So yes, there is a hidden fight that you can access in the tutorial, and I believe I just showed you how. And how would range be communicated in-game? Generally, we could do it as we talk about screen, 1/2 screen, 1/3 screen, etc. But yeah, those are various questions to put forth. When we talk about it in terms of the miniatures games, you're doing it in classics inch style. Yeah, Chris has been talking about the radar line. I think it's something to play around with and see if it actually makes the game funner to see it. But Lauren, it's definitely something you would have liked to have had. Okay, good to know. Range marker setup of some kind. All right. Any last comments before we call it a night and let Most Uniquest shut down all this awesome tech that has worked so well tonight? Stephen Merrick talks about a virtual ruler. That's the classic, of course, miniature thing. Lay down the ruler to see if something fits. Yeah, given that this comes from a mini game. Maybe we could have a virtual tape ruler come out, just like you always have at the games. Doesn't have to look like a ruler. Yeah, okay, we'll keep playing with it. Would love feedback and ideas. If you have thoughts like this, please do post them in the Noble Armada Lost Worlds Facebook group. If you're not a member of it, let us know. Used in sonar on your ship. That's a good idea. One thing I like about this is it maintains the FS atmosphere, Fading Sun's atmosphere. Thank you, Lauren. Yep, and there's a new Discord feedback place, so you can put it there too. Facebook, either Facebook or Discord will be good for this. All right. Last thoughts, last chance to get into Discord chat.
I have a quick question, Andy.
Yes, Matt.
So, where are the videos ending up after the streams? I know Kickstarter keeps them around, but aren't you uploading them somewhere?
Yes, thank you, Matt. We've been uploading them to my own Andrew Greenberg YouTube channel, and I'll start sharing that more widely. We actually need a holistic YouTube channel. I haven't set it up yet, but I have my own HDI Andrew one with a variety of content up there, and Andrew Greenberg, not the HDI Andrew one. One thing you remembered, Lauren, what was it? The buying of ships with the arrows left and right was very confusing, possibly even bugged. So you went to a shipyard and you had trouble buying ships? Is that what you're saying? The dockyard, sorry, not shipyard. Okay. We'll definitely need to test that on out then. I wasn't clear what the arrows did. Okay, I will go ahead and test that one out. Unless Chris Carson has any quick comments about this dockyard. We'll test it out some more and see what happens. And one more time, I'm going to show off. Oops, it's not showing off as well. I need to be full screen to show it. I'm going to show off my special new Holistic Design t-shirt. Yay, check out the glitter. Isn't that amazing how it does that? Okay, yeah, once again, it's just showing through the green screen behind me because I have the exact same green Holistic logo as the green screen. But I still think it's cool to have a hole right through my heart. Oh, yeah, but it depends where I go. You can see, hey, look, it looks like text. Like if I stand up, it'll look purple. See? What a great hole in the chest. All right, everybody. Really appreciate you joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed looking at the campaign editor. Hope you enjoyed seeing me die repeatedly in fights and the mission that I had created. But I look forward to you all enjoying the game, spreading the word about the Kickstarter, and let's get the Bill Bridges level funded so we can go on to the Inquisition. I know you want Inquisition ships. Have a great night, everyone, wherever you are.